The Cook. A historical fiction of love, identity and fate by S.J. Jeppsson. Part 1. Sea Brine and Smoke. North Atlantic Ocean, May 6, 1912. The sea had long since gone silent. No more wreckage drifting on the waves, no more desperate survivors clinging to debris. The Titanic was gone, swallowed whole, leaving only ghosts behind. And yet, still the CGS Montmagny searched. The recovery ship had been at sea for a week now. The men worked in silence, their faces drawn, their hands numb. There were no shouts, no cries of alarm, only the endless searching for lost souls. Finally, a shout rang out across the deck. "Got one!" The crew moved swiftly, gathering at the starboard side as the body was hoisted aboard. She had been adrift for almost a month, yet the cold had preserved her better than most. A young woman, no older than 20, her dark hair still tangled in soft waves, her delicate features frozen in time. Her hands were clasped to her chest, frozen around something small, something precious. "Check for identification," one of the officers murmured. A deckhand knelt beside her, his hands gentle as he worked, peeling away the sodden fabric of her dress. His brow furrowed. She was dressed as a maid, the simple black uniform still clinging to her waterlogged frame. And yet, he glanced at her hands where something gold caught the weak morning light. A locket. The deckhand carefully pried it open, revealing 2 tiny portraits behind glass. A well-dressed man, his gaze sharp and commanding. A woman, elegant and poised, with kind eyes. The officer frowned. "That's not a servant's locket." And then, something else. Tangled with the locket, twisted together as if fused by fate, was another chain. A Legionnaire's identification tag, a small weathered pendant barely visible beneath the strands of her dark hair, one side etched with a 7-flame grenade, the other marked with the unmistakable image of a white kepi with a black visor. The officer exhaled. She wasn't alone. The deckhand turned the pendant over, searching for a name. But there was none, just the faceless numbers of a man who had belonged to no country, no family, only to the Legion and whatever life he had built beyond it. They would never know his name. And yet, somehow, they knew. The way the chains had twisted together, bound by seawater and time, the way her fingers still clutched them, as if even death had not dared pry them apart. Whoever he was, she had been his, and he had been hers. The officer straightened, glancing between the locket and the Legionnaire's tag. A contradiction. The locket was a token of wealth, of status, something a woman of standing would have owned. But the girl before them was dressed as a maid. A mystery. And because of that, because the locket suggested she might not have been a maid at all, they made a decision. "Log it," the officer ordered, his voice firm. "We'll send her to Halifax for identification." The crew worked swiftly, lifting her gently, carefully, as if she might wake from her sleep in the cold. The deckhand lingered a moment longer, his fingers brushing the Legionnaire's pendant before letting it slip from his hands, resting once more against her still heart. A final gesture, a silent understanding. And then, as the Montmagny continued its slow voyage across the endless sea, they carried her home.